Welcome to episode 45 of Cocktails with Kurt. Today our featured cocktail is the Espresso Martini.
Yes.
Kind of a dessert kind of cocktail.
A little bit, yeah. It's pretty sweet.
It's kind of like two great things that go together, cocktails and coffee, right?
Indeed.
Remember that Reese's peanut butter commercial from like the 70s and
Yep.
80s?
Yep.
You got your peanut butter in my chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Got your chocolate in my peanut butter.
Indeed.
Anyway, okay, so neither chocolate nor peanut butter is in this drink.
No.
What's in it?
I'm sure somebody makes a cocktail that's called the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup or something like that.
Yeah, that could really go either way.
That could go really bad really fast.
Yeah,
But
that's not this drink.
we're talking about the Espresso Martini. So this is a modern cocktail. Modern meaning probably 30 years old. No one's exactly sure who invented it. There are several claims, and thus we don't have a quote-unquote original recipe. There are gobs of variations out on the internet, some more difficult than others. Ours is fairly straightforward and simple. And speaking of simple, a lot of them use a lot of simple syrup to make it really sweet. We've dialed that back to just the barest amount, and it's plenty.
Yeah, we can talk about the sweetness of this. So let's talk about the ingredients.
Okay, really straightforward, like I said. So we have vodka. We are using Russian Standard, our standard. We actually tried several side-by-sides with different vodkas and did not get any noticeable difference whatsoever. So use whatever you like. And if you got cheap stuff and expensive stuff, go with the cheap stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of other strong tastes in this. Like, for example,
Kahlua.
Kahlua.
A little bit of simple syrup. I don't know why I put that forward because that's just a generic bottle. And espresso. Liqueur.com suggests that cold brew concentrate is a suitable substitute for espresso, which if you don't have an espresso machine, might be a little more accessible.
How do you make concentrate?
It comes in a can.
Oh, but let's just say you're just at home and you just have like your regular old coffee maker.
If you got your regular old coffee maker, just make it as strong as you think you can stand.
All right, we want to make this accessible for people at home.
I know.
All right.
So, it is a shaken drink, though the truth is you possibly could stir it because it's just spirits and sugar and coffee, and the coffee's going to mix in. But the original is, quote unquote original, is a shaken drink.
Well, I have a couple of theories on that.
Mm-hmm.
The first is that probably people aren't going to want to wait until their espresso completely cools, right? So there's part of that.
That's true.
And then the other thing is when you shake it, you do get those little ice shards that do seem to be a nice add to this drink as opposed to something like a regular martini.
And actually, what one couple of the recipes say, make sure you get a nice frothy foam on the top.
Yeah.
And that you're going to get by
Yeah.
shaking. You're not going to get that stirred.
And in fact, that's kind of like when you get an espresso freshly
Yep.
made, it has a little bit of, I think they call it like crema or something.
I think that's right. So.
Yeah, well, like you can see it right here.
Yep.
That little bit on top.
Yep.
Okay.
I did not do anything but make the stuff. All right.
Yes, but you also have the swanky espresso maker, so.
So 2 ounces of vodka.
2 ounces of vodka?
2 ounces
Per
of
drink?
vodka per drink.
Is that a lot
Not
relative to your standard? No?
Really. No.
You'd think I would be paying attention on these videos. Okay.
1 shot, 1 ounce of espresso.
So it's been cooling for a little bit.
Yeah,
But it's not.
5 minutes. But
Yeah,
when
it's
I've made
not-
it before,
It's not room temperature.
it's
even.
not room temperature.
Okay.
And when I've made it in the past, it's gone basically right from machine to shaker.
Well, when you have, very eager patrons
Yes.
who aren't willing to wait. Some
So-
might even say impatient, but we wouldn't.
Some might.
Some might.
Half an ounce of
Half an
Kahlua.
ounce?
Half an ounce. It's not a ton.
Oh, okay. I thought you told me earlier that it was a quarter, but no.
No.
Okay.
Quarter of simple.
Yeah. No. Okay. That was a different discussion, but okay.
Yeah. And
So-
then just a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup.
Again, so simple syrup is made by 1-to-1 water and sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Just-
people can like shake it to dissolve it. We usually heat it up until the sugar is dissolved. There's no crunchies left.
Right. Yep. And it's just an easier way to get sugar into the drink.
Yeah.
All right. Ice.
So you can hear the spin cycle on our washing machine right now. It's a nice professional look. That's a much nicer sound.
So, shaker, strainer, cocktail glass. So you got a nice little foam. If I had gone longer, it might have gotten even foamier, but there's a nice little top level. And then a couple of whole coffee beans. And this is the espresso martini.
Now let me ask you, did you do anything to those coffee beans before you put just right from the hopper?
Pull it right out of the hopper.
Great. All right.
Cheers. See you next
Cheers.
time.